Welcome back to Let's Clean PowerWash Simulator. I'm BurningDogFace, and last time we finished off the food truck, and Ella Good can now go back to selling burgers, or she can follow through with her plans to, well, do whatever the fuck she wants with it. In fact, shout out to Elthwar, who accidentally predicted, I think Muckingham burgers should consider changing up the menu, considering everything they just went through. It probably wouldn't hurt. Maybe adding some sort of food that can't be heavily salted as an option would go over well. And, hey, they're talking about turning it into a bakery, so hey, that might work. Shout out to Yornik, who said egg on a burger is a thing that happens, apparently. I mean, there's very little chance that the food truck actually makes croque madame sandwiches, which is ham and cheese croque monsieur topped with an egg. I don't know what that is. That sounds good, though. Or ham and egg buns like the ones sold in Hong Kong, which is a tragedy. Well, not really. Both of these are actually delicious. Shout out to Justin Jones. He says, the girlfriend can make a really good burger, just saying. And then with a timestamp, yeah, I've heard of egg on burgers. I think one of Gordon Ramsay's burger recipes calls for egg. Another one of his recipes calls for freezing butter, grating it, and then adding it to the hamburger meat. We've tried that one a couple times. It's really good, but cleanup is a bitch. I would imagine so, all that melting butter all over the place. I haven't had egg on any burgers before, but I have had it on a steak sandwich before. It wasn't bad. The deal that Kel and I have is that she cooks and I clean up after. I mention this because I hate cleaning egg off of pans and the like. It grosses me out only because it's a texture thing. Honestly, yeah, as someone who really gets the thing with the texture problems, I absolutely understand that. I tend to soak pots and pans before I clean them out anyway, probably for that reason. And then notes at the timestamp, all meeps are appreciated. But, the food truck aside, I was about to go to one of the special levels and check out the seasonal special for Halloween 2024. I didn't get to it last year, so hey, better late than never. Clean the Halloween house from Megan Mogg with 2 G's. Superpower Wash Services, you made it. Phew. I'm due to host this year's Halloween party, and my castle's been hit by a muck spell. You see, there's a bit of a rift growing in the witch community. While most of us have embraced a new take on Halloween, more color, vibrancy, and celebration, some, like the Sour Sisters, are still a bit more stuck in their ways. They'd rather we morosely moseyed around the woods, picked a few noxious herbs, flung them in the cauldron with some random offcuts, and passed the night away pulling scary faces at each other. Don't know about you, but that's the last thing I need right now. I feel like that became more prescient this year than last year. So I just finished decking out the place for a festival of fun when the Sour Sisters muck spell struck. Shameless sabotage, but the only way to deal with negative energy is to blast it with yet more positive energy, and in this particular case, a whole lot of water. So please, spray away so I can get this party started. Here goes. Oh, yes, it's true. It gets rid of the... oh, yes, I had finished off the ice rink last Christmas. I don't know why the seasonal jobs can only do one at a time. Or you can only hold one in memory at a time. I think you also have to back out of a seasonal job if you were in the middle of it when you want to do a DLC level. Oh boy. Where the fuck am I? It's like I'm in the middle of the woods. Except it's also like I'm up the mountains. Well, let's see here. Winged cats on the gates, I see. Wrought iron. Oh, I'm sorry, stone, according to that. That's wrought iron, though. Danger, stay out. I'm going to guess that it's actually a welcoming message underneath that. Bunch of grimed over tombstones. That's just rude. Okay, I do really like the painted pumpkins. Oh, this shed is a pumpkin. With a door. Oh, right. There's a new suit. And I'm wearing the freaking psychedelic Alice outfit. Oh, right. You need to buy those for free. There we go. Halloween 2024. Seasonal glove styling. Oh, I like that. They're dark purple with a white moon in the back of the hand that has clouds just in front of it. And some orange grips on the underside. Because they are proper rubber gloves with grip areas. I'll buy that for nothing a month. Think we can handle that? Oh, wait. That's just the gloves. This is Adventures. Outfit Halloween 2024. Ooh. It's all bespoke. Dark purple with more of that gold filigree to make like moons and stars and all kinds of stuff. And again, you can't really appreciate these unless you're in like multiplayer mode, so we do what we can. Because we must. There we go. Excellent. And let's see if there's a skin for this thing in the store. Come on. Oh, modifications, yes. Prime Vista Pro Halloween 2024. Seasonal styling for this professional duty power washer. As opposed to the winter and summer 2024 events, which were listed as a festive styling and a summertime styling. Oh, I like that. Another moon hidden behind the clouds. They're all crescent moons, too. Crackly lightning and gold. Oh boy. I've got 2 ladders, a step stool, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories of scaffolding. But I had to have miscounted that somehow. I had to have gotten that wrong. I think the biggest scaffolding they've given me since that firehouse level with the tower. Okay, I do like painting the eyes on the windows and a giant smile beneath it. That is cute. Apothecary wall. Boo. Only tricks. On the menu board. I thought those were giant googly eyes on the cauldron over here. I thought those were actually part of it. Ooh. It's got like eagle talons for feet. Not real ones. They're made of metal. Just so Justin doesn't think they're like severed feet on there. Here's the real question. Do I have to go inside? Because I'm not sure if I do want to do that. Okay, that's awesome. Probably get my dumb ass cursed. Well, this outer wall is easily the least interesting part, so let's do that first. Let's get my hand in there. Yeah, purple. Well, time to get the spooky season started. Oh, Megan Mogg says, I know the place looks a bit creepy right now, but fret not. Once you get going, it'll soon brighten up. Actually, inside isn't much better. Wow, that's smooth. I was expecting it to be spookier somehow. And I don't even have the Sour Sister spell to blame for that. I thought you were throwing a party. I'll give it a quick sweep. Cobwebs, that's what that is. All wrapped around it like it's covered in Spider-Man's webbing. I should probably go get my step stool for the top of the fence. It's only my step stool, but I love it as if it were my own. That's a terrible joke. Huh. I can't put it down. Oh, the ground isn't level on this side. Fuck. Okay, I'll just have to do a lot of jumping then. Wait, what am I talking about? I can probably just get a ladder. And I picked it up, which means I have to put it down somewhere. Okay, at least there's 2 slots I can put it. What? What's that green stuff? Green slime. Awesome. I mean, at least it says that, as opposed to the Warhammer DLC, where the suspicious residue of chaos was referred to as censored residue. Which just sounds lewd when I say it that way. Yes, the Redemptor Dreadnought is just covered in jizz. They were fighting Slaneshi cultists. % done. I don't know why I always forget that they send me an email as soon as I start spraying. Every single time. Good. I'll agree with something Justin Jones suggested last time, that even if they do give this game more of a solid story and you know, have like fucking cutscenes and actual characters and stuff, Dr. PowerWash himself, or you know, themselves, should always be a silent protagonist. Like, even if they do cutscenes, I would say that the good doctor should only probably respond to people in the form of, like, you know, head tilts and gestures. The fuck? Yeah, someone says something exceedingly strange, and, you know, the guy does a double take, and then just sort of shrugs and goes back to work. Because I kind of feel like that's what happens, since we get weird comments from the customers all the time. My personal favorite being the nonsense that came out of the shoe house when someone of the client's pupils got their hands on her phone. Damn, I'm walking right on the points of this fence. These boots are awesome. I was kind of hoping the statue would be orange. Pretty sure they took the model for that cat that hangs around. Ulysses, I think his name was. And, well, made it bright blue and stuck, wings on the back. They did use a different model for the Cheshire cat, I should add. He was much shaggier than, oh, right. He was much shaggier than, Ulysses. Or, for that matter, than most versions of the Cheshire cat I'd seen. The one from Alice was downright emaciated. You can very clearly see, like, his entire skeleton through his skin. I think that was meant to be a metaphor for, he represents some important part of Alice that has been basically starved to death for the past however many years because she's been insane. It's like her sense of wonder and joy or something. Perimeter gargoyle cleaned. Perimeter column cleaned. Perimeter fence cleaned. Nice. Wait. No, that's just metal. Thought that might be rust because this is metal, but no. Perimeter fence clean. Let's get this other column over here. I heard that. That was a frog. Well, I completed this front wall. It is much more colorful than I was expecting it to be. And I'm 2% done. Okay, continuing. Huh. Just realized there's all these rocks and trees and shit they didn't spray. I'm kind of imagining a, like a competitive mode, almost. It would be like Splatoon, where one player is Dr. PowerWash and the other one is his evil twin who's running around with a muck gun spraying crap all over the walls. You know, the winner, there would be no combat between you, per se, because it's PowerWash Simulator. Maybe you could, like, smack each other in the back to disable the sprayer for, like, 5 seconds or something. But, it's not like Splatoon, where the whole point is to fight each other while spraying stuff everywhere. But, the timer runs out, and whichever side has more things on it. You know, if there's more goo in the walls than there is cleanness, then, PowerWash's evil brother wins. They do a triangle on the chest of this cat. Was this supposed to be Superman? Well, I suppose that would technically make him Streaky the Super Cat, but I'm not even sure he's canon anymore. I've always loved that nonsensical, like, Silver Age thing of animal versions of superheroes. Which is what got us Crypto the Superdog in the first place. Actually, Crypto is way older than that, now that I think about it. But still. Fucking Streaky the Super Cat, Comet the Super Horse. Who, incidentally, was actually an alien who secretly longed to be in a relationship with Supergirl, his owner. And then they did a storyline where he found a way to attain human form and asked her to help him break the spell. Except when she did, he turned into a fucking centaur, because he'd been forced to switch between two forms, and neither of them were his true form. And amazingly, she didn't want to date the centaur. Unfortunately, that was not in time to stop decades of really, really inappropriate jokes. I appreciate that the dog howl just there was not, like, the most generic stock sound effect ever. wonder if the new Superman movie having crypto in it means that we're going to get Ace the Bat Hound. I've seen a few tributes to Ace in the modern age, and I think they threw him into that dedicated crypto movie that came out a few years ago with the entire cast, voice cast being celebrities and not voice actors. Personally, I was fond of Batman Beyond, where old man Bruce Wayne had a very large dog as a personal bodyguard. And he was called Ace, but he didn't, like, wear the stupid mask or fight crime. Always loved putting a mask on a dog. I understand they've done almost a parody of that fairly recently, where Damian Wayne rescued a cow from a slaughterhouse because he had a patch over his eyes in the shape of a bat. Just shows up back home with this cow and tells his father and Alfred that it's named Bat Cow. Ooh, nice. Hell yeah, 4%. I got these outer walls done. Not bad for the timer going right there. Well, it's a start. And it's it's a friendlier greeting than we had before. Oh, they made this a face, too. I couldn't tell. Eye, mouth, inner eye. I mean, they're witches. Of course they took the time to draw the third eye. Actually, the graffiti and like the cobweb of paint makes me wonder if, Muck Spell makes me imagine just like a big hole opens up in the sky and a million tons of crap falls on top of the house. This has drawings in it. This almost seems like someone went through here in super speed and fucked everything up manually. Yeah. I think that one was a coyote? I don't know. In any event, we're not off to a bad start. I'm BurningDogFace. I'll see you on the next episode of Let's Clean PowerWash Simulator when we continue. Till then, have yourselves a great day, Burning Dog fans. Later!